They was some bad little babies. CGOD.
It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we've got the Seahawks leader at quarterback as he's moved past 3,000 yards passing for the year and looking for more. It's the Seahawks and the Niners, next on Madden Football.
We are just south of Pioneer Square here in the great northwest city of Seattle at newly named Lumen Field, home of the 12s. Today we reach Week 15, and we've got a good matchup in store between the San Francisco 49ers and the Seattle Seahawks. Brandon Gaudin here alongside Charles Davis. CD, you look at the Seahawks in this matchup. Their offense is one that doesn't rely too heavily on just one guy. They like to spread things around as best they can.
You're right about that. It's a diverse unit, and they like to run their offense by what they call game plan, meaning each and every week they study the opponent, they probe its weaknesses, and they move the ball around that way. They emphasize who's going to get it based on what they think they'll accomplish in that game. Other teams, they're a system team. They're going to run what they run no matter what. I like this style of offense. It suits them well.
Charles and I have been looking forward to this one all week, and off we go from Seattle. Fields it right around the goal line. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. So here's the first drive now for the 49ers. And here's... They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. A good start. One play, 10 yards. Well, there you go. This offense off to a strong start this afternoon.
Yeah, with a big run and a first down. That's putting what you practice into play. That's excellent execution to get things started.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And right away, he lost the football. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
The fumble on first down now. Here's second down. Kamara up the middle. He'll get 3, but it leaves him with a big hole here on 3rd and very long. They'll look to throw here. Over the middle, complete. It's James. And he'll be taken down well before the first at about the 36-yard line. That's 12 yards back, but it still leads to a 4th and long.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
Here comes the 49ers punter now. As the first drive of the game stalls out, he's on to punt. They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. So out come the Seahawks now for their first possession. And they are led out there by their mobile quarterback.
I tell you what, when he's on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one that's capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. Well, taking a look at Hall's numbers from a week ago, 22 carries, 114 yards, and a score.
And he has 12 touchdowns on the ground this season, so you know he's a big part of their offense. They count on him, not only to score the touchdowns, but now they can play action, fake it to him, throw it out to the wide receivers, get it to other players who can also produce.
And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. On play action, they'll throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
Good clean play. No flags coming out of the pocket of the officials. Turns into an incompletion, and that should get him off the field with a 3-and-out.
The Seahawks send out their punter as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. Back out there comes the 49ers offense ready for their second drive. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that can put your team in some jeopardy?
They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down.
And they're picking up right where they left off with the shutout that they pitched last week. A huge part of that, this pass rush. They know how to get after people.
Offensively, good luck finding some answers right now. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains. He completes this to Russell Gage. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. And as this offense makes their way back out, NFC playoff race time, we give you a look at what's going on there. As of this moment, as pretty much everyone knows, they sit alone in that top spot, but nothing is guaranteed. They haven't even clinched the playoffs. So a good start, but a long way to go. And you know a blunt veteran inside their locker room has stood up at one point or another and said, you know all this means nothing so far. We've got to cover this, get it done. What do we want to be? It's like winning a title in August, right? In preseason. Doesn't count. Let's go ahead and get this thing done. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards. Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On 1st down, right back to Hall. He'll get this to about the 38. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now back to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. The Seahawks at 11-2 now, and they come in on a pretty good roll here. Winners of 3 straight. And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory. Back to throw now on 1st down. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. On 2nd down, a run with Hall. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And that will be incomplete.
Coverage is awfully tight there on 3rd down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
The Seahawks send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And this one sails out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25. It will. 24-yard line is where they're spotted. The Niners set to take over on offense. We've seen both of these offenses still sort of in that figuring things out phase, but I suspect some action on the scoreboard soon as they start out here 1st and 10. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. On 2nd down, Kamara. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. Staying on the ground on 1st with Kamara. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Back to throw. And the Seahawk defense gets to him and they bring him down.
Loss of 10 as multiple defenders get to it.
And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Man, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of protocol.
I tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to loft this one deep left sideline. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, all right, because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right, it felt like a matter of time, and you got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
On 1st and 10, it's Hall.
A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter. 2nd and 9 now. That's complete to DK Metcalf. And they're going to move it down to inside the 25.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And he is going to go down. They sack him on the final play of the first quarter. No score after 1 on EA Sports. 2nd quarter now from Seattle, and it is the Seahawks with the football here as they've got it facing a 2nd and long situation. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
And now they're looking for 19 yards here on 3rd down following 2 negative plays. He'll look to throw.
This pass out wide to Hall. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
Brandon, it certainly looked like they had that play defended well, but it still almost worked. Got it to the running back. He wound up getting really good yardage out of it, but it was 3rd and long, and they were able to rally and stop him before he could get to the marker.
So out now is the Seattle field goal team. On the right hash, it's a 43-yard attempt. And his kick is good. And the Seahawks grab a 3-0 lead.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
And San Francisco gets set to go here.
And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
It looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackled him for a loss.
And this offense on 3rd down today, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 9. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to 4th down.
So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And, partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's a game plan that they've had so far because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
Here comes the 49ers punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Now fair catch is called for and taken at the, we'll call it the 37-yard line. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And it'll be Seahawk football 1st and 10. Good starting field position here for the Seahawks as they come up 1st and 10 at their 38.
They'll start on the ground. Hall.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They're going to look to throw.
They'll set up the screen for Hall.
And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. The Seahawks send out their punter as he's on here to punt it away. And he uncorks a beauty. Best of the day. And not what he was hoping for there as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback.
San Francisco set to go on offense once more.
And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback, but sometimes it's another player on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. It's like, all right, guys, let's shake things up and let's go, because they still have an opportunity to make things happen.
Shake it off.
They'll get this out to Kamara.
They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. That's going to back him up almost a full 10 yards. It's going to be a loss of 9 officially, and it's 4th down. Here comes the 49ers punter now, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. It's fielded at the 45. 7 yards on the return after a punt of 39. And the Seahawks will have great field position to start this drive. They take over on the short side of the field. They go play action here on first down. He'll buy some time right. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. They'll set up a throw. Over the middle, it's complete. 49ers have an extra defensive back on the field. A nickel set for 3rd down. He'll drop to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Well, that's one way to convert on 3rd down, picking up 26 yards.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And his throw here's incomplete. From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted.
Picked off by Jamel Dean. And the Niners are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line.
They begin on the ground with Kamara. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here on these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They run it again with Kamara. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. The first catch of the game for George Kittle.
And he is going to have a Niners first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the first down.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll set up to throw. On the check down, he finds Kamara. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
A throw over the middle taken in. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. In need of only about the length of the football here on 2nd down.
They'll look to throw. Complete to the tight end Kittle over the middle of the field.
And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. These two teams, they met up in Seattle earlier in the year with the Seahawks coming away victorious. So a win here in Seattle, tough as that may be, would give them the season sweep.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Back to throw again. Completes it to the tight end Kittle.
And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. And able to haul it in is Kittle. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 17-yard line. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. Now a timeout called for by the offense, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
Well, a lot of times when you get a manageable third down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the first down.
Drops this off to Kamara out of the backfield. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. Ball at the 8 here for second and a yard, maybe a touch less. They'll look to throw again. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they've got it first and goal. And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. Ryan Knoll, his first touchdown on the year. And the 49ers will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. That could be an important swing right there. A touchdown in the final minute of the half to take the lead.
And I like the point you just made there. Could be an important swing because now that they have the lead, if they can carry that into the locker room at the half, they'll feel really good about what they accomplished in the first 2 quarters.
Rosas good with the extra point, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. So that drive spans 13 plays, and the end result for the 49ers, a touchdown. From the 6. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. And the Seahawks offense going to get one final possession in this first half. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
They'll throw now on the final play. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting 49ers on top. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman.
Okay, Brandon, time for a sprint to the finish, as it's time to get you caught up with what's happening around the NFL here in a pivotal Week 15. We'll start across the Atlantic in London, England. And it's the Rams who have the lead in the second quarter. Hunter Renfrow, over 100 yards receiving and a touchdown catch as well. From there, we're off to check out another game. And they trail the visiting Chiefs in that one. Patrick Mahomes killing it. 3 touchdown passes. Finally, let's get up to the place they call Titletown, Green Bay, Wisconsin, to see what's happening with the Packers. And they were winners in that one over the visiting Arizona Cardinals. Aaron Jones, a touchdown run in the victory. We continue on with a check of the next-gen stats in that first half for the Niners. And it was a tricky half to figure out numbers-wise. They've got the lead, but you'd figure they're definitely talking about ways to get this passing game back on track. Meanwhile, for the Seahawks, they too have found passing lanes to be hard to come by so far. As you see by the numbers, they'll need to figure that out in the second half.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. From the 6. The Seahawk offense set to go to begin this third quarter. Well, Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the second quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys can get a score of their own to regain that lead.
Yeah, they want to have that type of a response, don't they? Because they want to find a way to take control of this ball game one more time. Gauntlet's been thrown down. They want to see if they're ready to answer it.
Here's 2nd and 8. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. He'll look to throw. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Well, that's one way to convert on 3rd down, picking up 26 yards.
Well, this is an awfully tough route to defend in man coverage because he lines up on the right and runs a crossing route back to the other side of the field. So as a defender, you're not only trailing him the whole way, you're also looking out for your own guys to make sure you don't get yourself picked off. And then you can't catch up in time to prevent the completion.
Pretty good results here on the 1st down run as he takes us forward for about 6. Second and 4. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there were very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the 1st half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
Still in search of their 1st touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Steps away to his left. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders. Defensively on the previous play, they gave up a pretty good chunk of yardage, but right there, they got a good portion of it right back.
And if we just flip it around from the offensive perspective, took a nice step forward, and how about a couple of leaps backwards after that play? They've got to figure out a big call coming up here to try and gain that yardage back.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. And this one is right through. And they get it back within a point at 7-6. So they were facing the deficit coming out of the locker room at intermission, and at least they were able to get the field goal to cut into that deficit.
Yeah, now your offense feels pretty good about itself, right? A little bit more up to speed coming out of the break. You turn to your defense now and say, hey, we got 3 there. We're chipping into the lead. Can you help us out? Hold them. Let's get the ball back for us.
Here's a look at the 49ers offense as they make their way out for their 1st possession of the 2nd half. Now this game, it has obviously been all about the defense on both sides of the football. Which offense is going to break through here? We'll see if they can do it on this drive. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Kamara gets it again on 2nd down. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. Here's Kamara trying to puts it on the carpet. It's out. And fortunately, he's able to get this one back, so it is a 1st down. Even though he recovered his own fumble, you know how much he hates to put the ball on the ground. He's going to be frustrated with himself.
And what do you think the time frame was from the time the ball escaped his grasp to him getting it back? It didn't take that long, right?
Right.
To him, it probably felt like hours because he's agonizing, like, I've got to get this football back. Able to get it done.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And this nearly an interception, but it's incomplete. Well, a turnover really would have helped him there, but not to be. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And that's hauled in by St. Brown over the middle. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Back to the ground. It's Kamara. And he's got the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 49. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
I know the game's changed. A lot of people would say it's evolved. Look, I'm a little bit Neanderthal, okay? I love this. No exotic formations, no misdirection. Just line up and run the darn ball and pick up the first down. I love it.
Yeah, 3rd and short, that's what you're supposed to do. Like you said, old school, smash mouth football. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. They'll look to throw here. Now that'll be caught by St. Brown. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. They'll pound it up the middle with Kamara. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Looking to throw. Over the middle to Kittle, complete. And he is going to have a 49ers first down by about a yard. It's a gain of 5 on 3rd and 4.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
Yeah, they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. A give. This is Kamara. 43 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. They're going to look to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 20-yard line. And Niners passing game in sync now. They've got another first down.
Well, they've certainly done a nice job spreading the ball around on this drive. This time he gets it out to his back, and it's another nice play and another first down. They've got the defense on their heels a little bit. They're reacting instead of being aggressive and making plays.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And good downhill running. He's got 6 yards down to the 13. Second down, and it's Kamara again. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 4 yards on the play, and that leads to the 1st and goal. He'll look to throw. Looking middle, and that's complete. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. A give to the fullback on the dive. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Ryan Knoll, his first rushing touchdown on the year. And they are able to add on to their advantage and make it now a pair of touchdowns for the big man out of the backfield.
I'm not sure this was in the game plan, but boy, it's working to perfection. And I know one person has a big grin on his face now, and that's that big guy has found his way into the end zone twice in this game.
PAT up and good by Rosas. And the lead is up to 8. That drive, a long one, spanning 15 plays. And it's capped off by a touchdown run of 6 yards. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Takes it at the 7. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Here come the Seahawks now, set to take over on offense. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. Straight ahead is Hall. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he is finally forced out of bounds inside the 30-yard line. It's a big play there for Seattle. 44 yards on the ground. So that run there, I don't know if it's overstating things to call it a thing of beauty, but in terms of football plays, that's as good as you're going to see.
And the thing that stood out to me was his ability to continue through the initial contact. How many times do we see runners get slowed up and not get what they can on a run because of that first contact? But he kept the compass pointing in the right direction, kept the legs churning, and turned this into a huge play.
And he covered a lot of ground on that one, as evidenced by the final total there on Next Gen Stats. They'll go again with Hall. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They got a nice little drive brewing right here.
We're off to the fourth quarter here in Week 15. Happy holidays to all. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now in Seattle, Washington. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Hall on a give up the middle. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15. A gain of 3. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack. And it's 3rd down. And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall, looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has. But in his defense, he hasn't had a lot of time to throw the football. You like the way I said that? In his defense.
In his defense. I got it.
You see what I did there?
Yeah, he needs better protection, that's for sure. Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. And his kick is right there. It's good, and that'll get the lead down to 5. So an interesting call there to take the 3. I mean, I guess they're thinking that their hands were tied, but fourth quarter, that field goal might not help them that much in the end.
Yeah, eventually they're going to need the touchdown. The thinking must have been they didn't feel confident about picking it up there, hoping maybe on defense they can get better field position, get a turnover, get a better play, and then they'll have a chance to attack the end zone.
The 49er offense, they're coming back out onto the field, and we're going to give you a look at the playoff picture now into the weekend in the NFC. Well, the current playoff picture, and you can see they are one of those 3 wildcard teams, at least for the moment, but they have not clinched that spot, Charles. And look, their message has been clear. We're keeping our foot on the gas to the very end.
And how about the theater and the drama that's involved, partner? The best part, we've got a front row seat to it all. And I think this is obviously the ultimate goal when they added a 7th seed to the playoffs back in 2020. More drama, more teams in it late in the season, and more importance on games like this.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete. Here comes the 49ers punter now. He's been terrific so far. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. This will be fielded at the 17. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. And Seattle now ready to march onto the field. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a fourth quarter lead. Now Hall to start the drive. Good footwork at the 30. And it worked his way across the 30 to the 32. 104 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. That his first catch so far. They've got another rats, but he's got a first down there. Here's a give to Hall, and he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39. 2nd and 9 now. Looking for Chase on the out route. He's got him. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 42. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Back to throw here. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
I love the drive they're working on here because they know they can take the lead with a touchdown. And so far on this drive, so good. They moved the ball down the field with very little resistance defensively. But they better be prepared for some adjustments to come their way now.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. A handoff for Hall. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. 11 more on that one and another first down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. They'll run with Hall. And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Breece Hall with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Seahawks have taken a fourth quarter lead. Some good running there at the end of the drive. He had the burst that set up the 1st and goal, and then one play later, he's in the end zone.
Brandon, what I liked about that sequence is I'm not sure who made the play call, but they understood the situation, understood the momentum. A nice hard-charging run, give it right back to him, and let him cap things off.
All right, now a big two-point conversion attempt still to come. They'll look to throw. Buying time to his left. And he'll get into the end zone. So now a field goal would only tie as they up their lead to 3. So they make the decision. They want a 3-point lead versus a 2-point lead, and they got it.
Yeah, at this stage of the game, it seems like the exact right thing to do. Put a little pressure on your defense, but the biggest thing now is you're making the other team chase you.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he returns this to the 22. San Francisco's offense returns to the field. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the fourth quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. Kamara gets it again on second down. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. And the Seahawks are going to take possession of the football.
Gosh, you add up last week and this week now, that's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field.
Another important fourth-quarter series coming up. That last INT helping to maintain their slim advantage.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted.
Picked off by Jaquan Brisker. And the 49ers are going to take possession of the football.
Well, it's not the first time we've seen him give one up here during his rookie season. And in this case, zone coverage forced the mistake. He's made some strides week to week in how he's handling the different type of coverages that he's seeing. But clearly, there's some growing still to do.
And the 49ers getting set to trot out there.
A golden opportunity for them now following the interception. They need to try to at least get 3. Obviously, a touchdown puts them in a much more secure position.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle.
And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll set up to throw. He's going to have the hook up to Gage. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 18. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Throw left side complete. That's Elliott.
And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They come up on a second down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down the wire. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. Back to throw.
They'll get this out to Kamara.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Back to throw.
Well, he forces one there. It's a potential dagger as it's intercepted. And the Seahawks have just about sewn up this football game.
Well, when you start thinking of guys that are in the mix for Defensive Player of the Year, I think you use him as Exhibit A. Maybe he's not the leading guy right now, but he's at least on the periphery and deserves to be in the discussion.
And because of that, he's looking at a game today where in order to make that big move and maybe become the guy, he needs multiple takeaways, multiple big plays, things that get our attention and reverberate for weeks to come.
On 1st and 10, it's Hall.
They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
Hall again on second down.
Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. An extra DB for the 49ers now on 3rd. He'll look to throw. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted.
And the Niners are going to take possession of the football. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
So now the Niners down 17-14, a minute 11 to go. How costly of an interception will that be? It's time to find out. 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. Got St. Brown running the quick slant here. He's back to throw. On the check down, he finds Kamara. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Still time to go for the win, but they've got to get up and spike it quickly. Alvin Kamara reeling it in on back-to-back plays. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. On 3rd down, here's Kamara. And he will have the 1st down before he's brought down at the 3. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. Now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout, as he'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. So a big one coming now for Aldrick Rosas. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So the field goal unit is on the field, as this is a big spot right here. This to potentially send us to overtime. And his kick is good. And they will tie this game here in the final seconds. So a money kick there in the final seconds. And now, barring any hijinks on the kickoff here, partner, I think you and I, we're going to settle in for a little overtime.
And I wouldn't have it any other way. This has been a dogfight all through regulation. No reason to think it won't continue in the extra period.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Tie game, and barring something incredible here, we're likely headed to overtime.
What I would do is either hand it off inside or more likely I'd take a knee and let the clock run out. Because if I'm back there trying to throw and a sack happens, the ball comes free, I can lose the game here. If I get to overtime, I can still win it.
It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
And they will play it safe here and bring this one out to the 25. And San Francisco gets set to go here. Well, they fought hard to reach this point, Charles, and now what an opportunity. They've got the ball first, a chance to take this overtime win away from the hostile crowd.
And you know, as the quarterback steps into the huddle, the first thing he's telling his team is, remember, we need 6, not 3. So we don't need a good drive. We need a great drive. And this is what they've been planning for. It's time to execute and take it downfield, even against all these odds.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Now back to throw. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Trying the left side with Kamara. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. 89 yards rushing for him now as he is just trying to will his guys to an overtime victory. Veteran running back like him, we've seen a lot of those chunk carries in his career.
And that's why you don't just look at his birth certificate and decide when a guy is done, right? Because you know as well as I do, in this league, as soon as you hit 30, they're looking to let you go if you're a running back. Sometimes there's a little tread left on the tires.
13-yard gain yet again, just like last play.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets...
Oh, and it's intercepted! And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Well, this secondary just continues to be a force. Multiple interceptions in this game, and now the pick six.
And the thing about it is once you get an interception as a unit, you think to yourself, okay, we got that. How do we increase it the next time? Get the interception, do a little more damage, and there's your outcome right there. Take it to the house and break down what they're trying to do offensively.
A lot more was on the line in this one than just defending your home field, CD. They defend their home field against a division rival and get the victory, so this one feels a little extra special.
It has to, right? There's always just a little more emphasis on games like this. Everyone talks about playing each game the exact same way, but you and I both know that is not true. Division rivals, you want to take care of business not just at home, but against a team that you really don't like very much too.
So for the Seahawks, they continue to roll as the win gets them to 12-2 on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the New York Giants. Meanwhile, for the Niners, they'll drop to 10-4 on the year. And they'll try to rebound next week as they head to Glendale to take on the Cardinals.